the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll get to see the Eagles' athletic corner, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Eagles and the Giants on EA Sports.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
He'll get this out to Barkley complete, and he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now Jones, and this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's able to take it across midfield before the line of bounds. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing Jones. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, these 2 teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
The numbers for Sanders last week, the hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. They find some open field here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16.
Well, with Saquon Barkley, you often think of the elusiveness, the quickness, but he can definitely run with purpose as well, and he's able to shed a tackler there and continue on.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Jones over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. So the completion good for just 3. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run forward with Sanders, and he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27.
The Eagles at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big play there for
plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to give it. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Hurts sets up to throw it.
His pass caught at the 4.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And
this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
This offense returns to the field, and a former Penn State star, Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front,
and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Hurts. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And out now come the Eagles.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nailed in the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
He finds him again, Saquon Barkley.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
To throw on third down, Jones. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. Jones, a final shot before break.
Throw that side complete to Tony. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
He's going deep for Brown, and that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. From the 25 on second down, Hurts.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He'll drop to throw, and it's caught. Touchdown!
Devontae Smith
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat. Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for New York. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to look deep for Watkins. They've got his man complete. A big play there for Philly. 57 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Yeah, they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And give them a full 10 yards there. 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goedert from 6 yards away.
And the Eagles have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 4 plays.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And New York set to take the field.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 75.
And the Giants have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
McManus's point after is good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he's got his man on the out route. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Up the middle they go with Sanders. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
I think we're both starting to run out of adjectives, because this pressure, it's been relentless all game, but none of the prior sacks might be as impressive as the one we just saw.
To try again after the sack. Jones.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he'll be brought down, and looks like right at the 15. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
5 yards remain on second down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble, but theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Going deep here for Watkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins,
88 yards.
And the Eagles strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th.
Important extra point up and through, and the lead is now 21-14. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now Jones and the Giants down 21-14. A minute 51 on the clock. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw caught by Tony.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
He's got Smith-Schuster, and they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Offside, defense.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Jones. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Jones.
He's going to go for a big play downfield.
And oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. To throw is Jones. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked up by Kaiser White.
And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Hurts going to keep it running right.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk